Hi everyone, so we've got another profile today. It's going to be a pretty awesome deck. Who have I got with me?
Hi, I'm Aaron Reddick, and I placed 7th place at the Dimension Force Regionals in Edmonton, Alberta.
Wow, okay, and as we can see, you're playing this this very lovely deck, aren't you?
Yeah, Floowandereeze has been a passion of mine. You know, the little, I feel like I'm on that train of people that says, like, you know, I play this deck for the cute birds. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, actually, this is one card different. So that Ninja Harpy in there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got it in there. You got it in there. Yeah, it's funny because this deck is like a juxtaposition between like the really cute birds, but then the really painful playstyle when you're against it. You just get completely violated.
It is absolutely so. Like, it definitely has a way of like making you play into the into its playstyle, right? And then like it by forcing you to play into the deck's playstyle, that's when it starts to like punish you, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you know, you trip over yourself until like they're able to
Definitely
birds on the field and swing for games.
Yeah, well, Aaron, get straight into it. Give us a bit of an explanation of your ratios and stuff.
So, I played 2 M10. I think, I don't know why it's controversial. I think 2 M10 is very, very, very correct. There's a lot of times where your beginning hand is like map, advent, M10. And you just, sometimes you just like, look, man, I gotta banish it. And like, yeah, sometimes I can't get you back with Toucan right away. So like, you don't always want to like have to extend into Toucan to get that banished M10 back.
Yeah.
A lot of times it saves a lot of noise to just summon the Eaglin and grab the second M10. So I think 2 is like I think it would take a serious shift in the deck's playstyle for 2 to be incorrect. Yeah. 1 Ryza and 1 Apex Avion. This is fairly standard. You know what I mean? Like no one's really. I think like some people are playing 2 Ryza. That's kind of weird to me. Like Ryza kind of bounces. Ryza just loops himself, right? So I don't think 2 is ever too much of a big deal. And then the 1 Avion is just like my one feature match this regionals. It was like, you know, he activated a prosperity, saw the evenly matched, and I flipped Dreamtown and went into Avion. So not getting evenly matched. So it's I think it's you know, if evenly matched is at 3, I think Avion's going to be pretty solid. And it's again, like being a winged beast, like being able to banish it off an advent, it's like in the worst case scenarios, it's not a brick. So
definitely.
3D shifter. This may as well be a Floowandereeze card. It's so good. Like this is people swear by this card like it's like the next Maxi almost. Like I get so much flack for this. Like every event I go to, people hate D shifter. I think Flunder being the only deck that can play D shifter like effectively makes it kind of like, you know, it's I don't think it's the worst card, but I'm not gonna sit here and defend D shifter. It does like it does close out games like that you like otherwise would have a really hard time winning. But like if they weren't playing D shifter, they'd be playing another card that helps them win the game either way, right? So it's like, you know, I don't think the deck is just D shifter the deck because there's a lot of games you win without D shifter. But this is definitely a great card to draw because it wins games.
Of course.
My big tech for the event, I think this was like my big tech option was Harpy Harpist. I really enjoyed this card. The application with this was your basic like your basic end board is like your map, your end pen, barrier statue with the Dreamtown set, and 9 times out of 10 it's a normal summon of anything that has more than 1,000 attack points, and then, you know, the attempt is to like beat over the barrier statue. Using your maps effect in response to the normal summon, you can normally Robina that you like started your combo with on your first turn. Normal summon, or you add your Harpy Harpist from your deck to your hand, summon Harpist, and then her effect is when she's normal summon, she targets another winged beast type monster you control, and then a face-up monster your opponent controls returns to the hand. So she'll bounce the Robina that you summon her with and return an opponent's card to the hand. So even even deeper application to this, the Robina gets banished when she like activates her effect. So then your Robina is also conveniently banished for when your Eaglin comes down via your Dreaming Town, so that it's still chain blocking your Eaglin.
Wow.
So it's I feel like people are a little skeptical about Harpist, but it's definitely like I think it's definitely like pretty solid. Yeah, it performed really well for me.
Okay.
Bear statue, just really good card. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it's scummy to play this, but it's a pretty strong card. 3 Ash, pretty standard. Ash is kind of just the hand trap. I didn't really want to mess around with like Bell or Ogre or anything. I would have maybe like had I not topped my previous event and was like really gunning for the invite, I might have rambled around last minute to get some Ghost Bells, because I think Ghost Bell was a very optimal card in this, like in the metagame.
Definitely, yeah.
I just didn't have access to Ghost Bell when I was getting my deck list together, so I felt like Shifter and Ash were enough, but if there was anything, like I would have taken out some of the sillier cards for Ghost Bell. I think like Ghost Bell would have been a really good option to play. But I felt pretty good on Ash too. The 3, so like the little birds, pretty standard stuff. 3 Eagle, 1 Stree, 3 Robina, 1 Toucan. I used to play 2 Stree, but I took the second Stree out for Harpy Harpist. I played Harpist and Harpist, Change of Heart, and Feather Duster in last minute.
Okay.
And the second Dark Ruler No More, or sorry, the third Dark Ruler, the third Book of Moon, and the second Stree came out. All 3 of those. So it was just kind of like cutting down on some 3-ofs for the 1 of utilities.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I played Change of Heart. This might date me a little bit, but I feel like players will remember back in the day when Snatch Steal was randomly limited.
Yeah.
I had mad PTSD when I saw Change of Heart go to 1. Because I was like, there's, I bubbled out of a regional during that Snatch Steal.
Oh wow!
And it is one of the like it pains me to this day to like remember it. So I immediately like dug up my Change of Heart and I was like, this is not happening again. I have to play it. Weirdly enough, it's actually really interesting in Flunder. Like I feel like Change of Heart is going to be like kind of cute moving forward, just because Change of Heart Droplet is probably really sacky.
Ooh, yeah, true.
But the other thing I think about Change of Heart is just the accessibility to just steal something with Change of Heart and link it away is really strong. Especially with lots of decks playing similar cards. Like, you know, like a lot of like similar boss monsters and stuff like that. So, like, you know, you hit a mirror match and Change of Heart is almost like it's pseudo full combo because it gets you into one of your pieces, right? Yeah. But interestingly enough, in Floowandereeze, when you're not linking your their stuff away, it becomes like a really good like form of removal where you're stealing your opponent's monster for one of your tributes. Bonus points if you draw unexplored winds, and then you get to tribute their monster and one of their back row cards. Yeah. And you just start playing this game of like ripping your opponent's field to summon the cute birds. Yeah, best time. Yeah, Change of Heart was definitely a lot of fun. Like that's what I said. I was looking to play some like really fun cards, and I looked at Harpist, I looked at Change of Heart, and like even like Snell, and I was just like we're gonna mess around and have some fun this event. Okay. Yeah, definitely worthwhile. Feather Duster, pretty focused on authority. You know, like not losing game 1 to Zombie World. Like that was pretty much just the fear. I was like, I'll get lucky and draw this thing at Zombie World. 2 Dark Ruler, again, like the third one came out for like the silly tech choices, but Dark Ruler's still like it's really solid. You like if you're going first, you don't need Dark Ruler. You sometimes wish it was a defensive card, but like more often than not, like I only ever drew Dark Ruler going first once. So maybe I'm just lucky, but I think that if you draw like Mac Robina or like Robina Advent, like you're like the Dark Ruler is just good for the crackback anyways. Yeah. I don't think it's ever really hurting you. Terraforming is just the fourth map. Prosperity and Duality, consistency cards. A lot of people are playing Extrav now. Like, I think Extrav is fine. I like the additional card. I was trying for a little bit, but Prosperity, being able to dig for specific cards will always be really, really good. Like,
yeah.
I think Pot of Prosperity is just a little too strong of a card to argue the extra card off an Extrav, because you like specific cards in Floowandereeze. You don't really like just any card. So like, you know, like I'd rather skip the 2D shifters and the Ash Blossom on the top of my deck to get like the Lightning Storm or the Dark Ruler or something like that, right? So I think Prosperity is going to be like a little stronger than Extrav, but I don't disagree with Extrav. Prefer Prosperity. 2 Book of Moon. I think we're kind of fading out of Book of Moon. It looks like people aren't playing it as much recently, but I still like Book of Moon. It came up in my feature match against Dinomorphia, where the Dinomorphia trap card, it like targets a Dinomorphia monster or it targets either a Dinomorphia monster or card on the field, and then a card your opponent draws and destroys them both. I booked the Dinomorphia target, and it was unable to resolve.
Oh wow!
So that was like, you know, like the Book of Moon is just always going to have cute little applications where monsters being face down are relevant. So apart from like being the fifth and you know, the fourth, fifth, and sixth copies of Advent in a sense, where like, you know, you're dodging imperms and veilers with your little birds. I think Book is just like pretty good. I don't feel bad playing Book, but I feel like people will look to Book. People will look to cut Book for like the next like tech option. You know, like so. I feel like it's like on the way out, but like definitely like still play it. It's pretty strong. Callback super sacky. Gotta play Callback. Advent is super good. This card like pressures people in time too, because you just start like activating this and like adding another one, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna gain 500 every time." Like, puts the pressure on a little bit. This chaining to things and grabbing like additional search targets, like just to like throw like deeper mix-ups in your combo. Like your opponent will they'll try to keep track of your hand, and they'll be like, you know, I know of Robina and Eaglin, and then you mix them up with the Advent in the middle of a combo and search something else. A little silly, but no, this card is great. Dodging
Imperm Veiler, all those.
Dodging Imperm and Veiler is really good. Dodging Skill Ram with this card is really nice too.
Oh yeah.
That's like, because it removes its cost, so it's like that's another that's a like saving grace. That this, like, you don't think about it until you're rereading every card 50 times in the round. You know what I mean? And like then it comes to you like, yes, wait, no, this is really good. Like, yeah, so definitely a really strong card. Unexplored Winds is literally, it's probably like my favorite card in the archetype. I played a lot of like True Draco back in the day, and this card just kind of puts me right back at home, where you're just like doing the whole like you're playing during your opponent's turn. You're like you're tributing, like you're performing tribute summons in means to like trip up your opponent and like remove their cards and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like the classic, like, you know, you flip your True King Return, and you get the pop on your opponent's turn. Like, this deck feels exactly the same. You're just like you're tributing your opponent's cards. You're bouncing them with Ryza. Like, you know, you're like, it's just it feels so reminiscent. So like Unexplored Winds definitely adds some like sack potential. The draw effect off of it is super clutch too. The only time I've ever been punished with it was at this event, and I revealed 2 like extra birds that I drew. I put them back, and then I drew. It was like a game 2. I drew the D ship. I do the Dimensional Fissure, and then I believe I drew Map as well. But then I got drolled, and I was like, what I played Dimension Fissure for anyway is like I played it to prevent droll, but threw it off the thing, got drolled anyway. Super unlucky, but yeah, this card's amazing. I like. My brain tells me to put this card at 3 just because I want to see it every game, but like that's completely unreasonable. I do side the second one, and I don't know if there was like more of a reason to justify playing it at like 2.
Mm.
I totally could, but I think the side option to get the extra one was enough.
Okay.
I think 2's good, 3 might be much, but you want to see this card every game because it's just really, really, really good. Yeah, the 3 map pretty standard, and the 1 Dreamtown pretty standard. The extra deck was pretty irrelevant. I didn't touch it at all. I admittedly I sold a bunch of cards prior to the event, and I didn't realize I didn't even have a Zeus. I was using my the guys at my locals are really cool, and we'll get OCG cards sometimes, and people will play with shiny OCG cards just to it's just locals. No one,
of course.
No one's really sweating over it or whatever, right? Any important event, obviously, we're going in with legit TCG cards. But yeah, I've been playing an OCG Zeus in place of selling my regular one, so I didn't even have the Zeus to go into. But it never came up. In testing, I've gone into the Underworld Goddess just because sometimes people will summon those big old
Arrival, just stuff like that.
Something, Arrival or Avermax or whatever, right? It's just something big, something silly. I'm a Mech Knight player at my locals, so gotta. Yeah, makes sense. You just gotta play this for that kind of stuff. But this is the only card I'll summon ever.
Of course.
I don't think I've gone into anything else for. I've done the Zeus line once or twice, but if you're doing this, usually if you're if you're going to the Zeus line, you're losing anyway. So.
Yeah.
It's well, it's not necessarily, but it's definitely suboptimal if you want to go that way. But I didn't miss it. It's still top, so yeah.
Cool, and then the side deck.
Yeah, so I played the Snarl. I said, I had fun this event. It was I just really wanted to I've had a Starlight Snarl since day 1 of Burst of Destiny.
Yeah.
I immediately fell in love with this deck and its artwork. And Snarl's a beautiful card. Just unfortunately is weird that it's the monster version of Dreamtown.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't actually make it a good card.
Yeah.
But this card does have strange the second flip is pretty good against decks that just kind of vomit onto the board. It's Snarl's never really gonna be better than Avion, Riser, or M-Pen. But it's fun. The things I did enjoy Snarl for were stuff so the weird thing, it's got 100 more attack points than Eldritch has defense points. So if you guys crack that Scarlet Sanguine and throw them in defense, you still get over them without having to banish a card with them. I'm not gonna sit here and defend Snarl and say it's the best Floowandereeze card ever, but it's funny, and you know what? I have a top with my boy Snarl now, so that's all that really matters to me. I had a smile on my face playing this card every time. It throws people out. So it was enjoyable.
Okay.
Dark Samorg, I see this in a lot of lists, and so had to try it for myself. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of it. It's it feels like when you can establish it, it's kind of a win more. It feels like you could be just letting them set the cards and then kind of just Ryza loop stuff back, or set up the Avion to trade with cards. I don't know. But I did summon it, and it did it's hey, I can't set cards. That's I was kind of in a losing position anyway, but it's kind of it helped the Eldritch matchup. But I don't think I would. I don't think I would keep it. It's definitely if I was to take this to a bigger event or something like that, I definitely wouldn't be playing this in the future. But it came up and it worked, so I'm not gonna be mad at it. backer removal. This is pretty standard. Lightning Storm, good card. Cosmic Cyclone. This is like mainly for anti-spell.
Yeah, of course.
It's a good card. Unexplored Winds. Just to say, like signing the second one. It's really strong. Like I just really like opening it, or like being able to like open other cards and then find it off of like the prosperity. Just because like the convenient part about Floowandereeze is Empen can search this. The inconvenient part is you're already like 3 summons in when you get to Empen. So it's like you kind of want it earlier, so you can like, you know, do your prosperity duality right off the hop and then find the Unexplored Winds and then hit them with the Unexplored Winds map combo. That's like, you know, that's like where I want to be, right? And if like people are gonna like, because you know, if they hit Unexplored Winds, you still got map. And I'm just laughing, right? Deep Vision, Dimensional Vision. This is strictly for Droll and Eldritch. Eldritch, like I've had a lot of people like try to send this, and it's like you can't even attempt to activate Golden Lord's effect because like you can't like send the monster to the graveyard. So, it's pretty strong. Same thing with Macro. They're really good against Eldritch. Even the match, good card, and then Feathered Storm is just like
free win.
Just like you side this in, and it's like, you know, if they don't have an out to Empen barrier statue, like, you know, sucks to suck, they lose a turn anyway. Yeah, that's really strong. But,
cool. And then Macro is the last. So what were your matchups like then? What were your matchups throughout your tournament?
So round 1 I played Branded Despia. It was 2-1. I like have little experience against Branded Despia. We have one guy at my locals who's playing Branded Despia, and the other guy plays like Branded Shadal Invoke Dagger. He's the guy who got 6th in the event ahead of me. So
okay.
It's really good on him. Like it's his first like in-person top. So I was really proud of the guy. But
I might, I think I'm actually profiling him as well. Funnily enough. I think I am.
Boy.
But yeah, sorry, carry on.
His deck is really nice. Give him to turn on the camera for you. He's got quite the shiny deck.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's good to look at. But yeah, round 2 I played Tenyi Sorzel. That was Rufus. He ended up getting 2nd. He 2-0'd me. He's an incredible player. We talked about our match afterwards, and we both I think we both made a handful of misplays, but like, I don't know. I was like over like analyzing some of the things that he did, and it was like just weird that like, I don't know. He's a calculator, I swear. Like he knows all of his stuff. He's super patient. Like he's incredible. Like I don't even like, it wasn't even like Sword Soul cards I was losing to. Like he just plays a lot of really good cards and knows how to play them. Like I was getting choked out by Drolls. I was getting like hit by like the most like well-timed droplets. Like it was just he's incredible. So like there's I got a target on him for sure. I gotta get a win against that guy. Round 3 I played Drytron. And it was a 2-1. Shifter kind of seals that matchup. If they can't negate Shifter, that's pretty easy matchup. The match, the game I don't draw Shifter is definitely like that's the loss there. But Brighton's incredible. If I didn't draw Shifter against him, like he definitely would have like cleaned me up. So that's one of those matchups where it's like, you know, thank God I play Shifter. I had played Eldritch round 4. That was the 2-1. The beginning of the game was really funny, actually. That guy was upset for the remainder of the event. I super bricked game 1, like opening like double map Empen terraforming Feather Duster and then like Ash Blossom off the top. So it's like really, really bad. Like played the Ash Blossom, played the Feather Duster, like waited a couple turns to try to draw something, but it didn't happen. So I scooped, and he had the blind side, sided incorrectly because he thought I was playing Branded Despia. Which on it, like, I explained to him afterwards. I was like, that is a really good call, like, because Branded Despia is the most represented deck.
Of course.
So it's like the best call is to side for the most represented deck. I just unfortunately wasn't playing Branded Despia. It's like so, you know, it's the same reason people were blindsiding people, right? Like the Floowandereeze existed in the format, and people were still blindsiding because it was like, if you're playing something that goes into the extra deck, I'm like winning here. If not, it's like whatever. Yeah, then I was able to like take game 2 off of like it being this side, and then game 3 I drew evenly matched Cosmic Cyclone Feather Duster. So
Oh,
yeah,
painful.
That's,
Yeah.
it, feels good to draw blowouts. Round 5 I played against Brandon Despia, and I lost that one 2-1. It came down to like he like beat over a couple like little birds in time, and like it was just I called battle phase like 2 minutes left. I didn't get a turn, but it's that's how the game is now, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's like I'm not gonna say it's swear time rules out, but it happens. I played Salmon Great round 6. It's 2-1. Got from my locals. That was the big Snell game. I played a whole lot of Snell in that matchup. It's really funny. I don't know, flipping stuff face down and then just attacking it with Snell. It's like piercing damage, by the way. They're like, what? It's funny. And then Dinomorphia, I played round 7.
Okay.
That was 2-1 on the feature. Again, that Book of Moon just kind of like it was. I feel like Book of Moon just like shielded that matchup for me. Being able to turn off that Dinomorphia trap was like super clutch. Just like having that, like it basically traded, like it became a back row negate in that matchup, right? So it's like it's pseudo, right? So it's like,
yeah. Okay, so listen, that was at 7 rounds. So that's X2.
I went X2. I got bubbled in the top. Just slid in. My tiebreakers were pretty good. I think the guy I lost to round 5 was 4th place, and the guy I lost to in round 2 got 2nd place. So
pretty solid.
Tiebreakers were amazing for sure.
Yeah. Well, no, definitely, Aaron. That was an amazing job, to be honest. It's lovely to see another solid top with Flunder. But I guess that's the profile for now. So before we finish, you got any shout outs for anyone?
Shout out to my boy Tyler Hine. I definitely don't shout out him enough. He gets me cards. Like I can ask him an hour before an event. Like, hey, you got this random one of that I just decided I wanted to play. So he got me a Harpy Harpist, and it's like Clash of Rebellion first ed, super rare. You know what I mean? Like it's just the OG one and everything. I'm just like I could have ripped it out of a Synchro Storm pack or something like that, but he was able to hook me up. So I got a big shout out to Tyler because he always comes in clutch for me.
Oh, lovely. Well, yeah, good job, bro. So hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon with some more tops and stuff. But
hopefully as soon as I got some spice cooking up. We'll see how it goes.
Definitely, yeah. Well, anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.
Yeah.